This is probably gonna be the weirdest game I'll ever review, both by what it contains and how it came to be in the first place. Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, released in 2013 by Screw Attack Games and developed by Freakzone Games, who had previously made a video game based off of Manos the Hands of Fate. What the fuck? I mean, I never played it. It could be good, but who the hell goes, hey, you'll know that one movie from the 60s that's considered to be the worst movie of all time?
There is no way out of here. It will be dark soon. There is no way out of here.
No way out?
Yeah, let's make a game based on that. The fuck? Now, I'll be very shocked if somebody watching this video has not heard of the Angry Video Game Nerd. But if by some chance you are one of those people, the AVGN, aka James Roll, is the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He has been making a video series bashing horrible older games since 2006. Well, technically those first couple are from 2004, but my point is, the dude is still making episodes to this day. He has been a huge inspiration to hundreds, probably thousands of other content creators. I don't think I even would have started making my own shitty little videos, if not for this guy. My personal history with him started in late 2006, when my older brother showed his videos to a wee little 12-year-old Isle. I mean, this was back when he was still the angry Nintendo nerd. He was the first online personality I had ever seen, and immediately fell in love with his work. Also, shit, I'm starting to see why I swear so fucking much these days. Watching this guy since I was 12 and been doing it for over 10 years now. God damn, does the time fly. With his immense popularity, including making a freaking movie, and being an icon amongst gamers on the internet, it was only a matter of time before people would make games inspired by him. There had already been a few games based off him before, but this had been the biggest one yet, not to mention this one would be on sale on multiple different systems. AVGN Adventures is a 2D side-scrolling action shooter. You jump over obstacles, killing anything that comes your way with a zapper that you can shoot in all 8 directions, and always fight a boss at the end. Starting with the tutorial, then 8 main stages that can be selected in any order, and after those you unlock the final level. It's as simple of a concept as you can get, though one that I thoroughly enjoy. Well, one that I usually enjoy. But I'll get more into that in the game design. What little story there is, it's dumb, but fun. The nerd and his friends are just minding their own business playing a shitty game when the TV zaps his friends and the nerd escapes briefly, but only to get pulled in by his lower abdominal area. So now find your friends, defeat the main programmer Fred Fox, and escape Gameland. Graphically speaking, the game looks pretty nice. I mean, even though the pixel design that's used in so many games these days, especially with indie titles, has worn out its welcome, it makes sense to use it in here, since so many of the games the nerd has shit on, well, figuratively speaking, but also kind of literally speaking, are from the 8 or 16-bit era. Music-wise, this game is fan-fucking-tastic. Pretty much all the tracks are really catchy jams. My favorite stage themes are Laughin', Jokin', Numbnuts, and Future Fuckballs 2010. God damn, I love these stage names. And the retro remix of the AVGN theme, whew, it's like fucking my ear holes. Not the hateful, forceful kind of fucking, like nice, gentle insertion with caressing my nipples while the little and ring finger slide into my bum. I've already said too much, haven't I? Shit. The game controls decently. Jumping and shooting is pretty slick, but there's this slight slipperiness with the movement that I can't shake off. It's not anything major, but I swear, sometimes when I fall off the platforms or walk into something that instantly kills me, it just doesn't feel like I was responsible for it. It's a strange feeling to say the least. Oh, but for the love of God, use a controller instead of the keyboard. At this point you might be thinking, hey, this game sounds pretty great. Graphics, alright controls, and sweet ass music. Well, here's where things kinda go to shit. The design of the levels is rather mediocre. Mine and everybody's biggest gripe are these things. death blocks. One touch and instant death. The problem with them is that they're fucking everywhere. Each level has abundance of them, and some sections are so filled to the brim with them, you'd swear that the level designers had guns pointed at their heads the entire time, while the gunman was threatening to shoot them unless they put as many death blocks in the game as humanly goddamn fucking possible. And to add insult to injury, I think that's how that saying is used. English language sayings are so weird. So the thing that makes this situation worse is that since you get knocked back from enemies, projectiles, etc., so many times you get knocked back into death blocks, which, again, wouldn't be that bad if they weren't all over the goddamn place.
What were they thinking?
Then in a couple of levels there are death blocks that only appear once you get close to them, where we segue to another problem: many incoming dangers aren't communicated properly. So the game definitely is old school hard, but it just isn't that fun or satisfying to play like a lot of hard as hell NES games. I mean, when I was able to beat Contra or Super C without dying, I felt fucking amazing.
Yes! Yes!
Fuck yeah! Or whatever the hell that was. And imagine that's what I'd sound like if I won the lottery. Or ever got laid. But where the odds of it happening are a big fat 0. Fuck, I hate my life. Point is, while the game has cool set pieces, a lot of times playing it is just kind of okay at best. The game provides so many fun references from the nerd videos, but some of them work against the game. Like this sub-weapon. It just goes over most enemies, which, yes, I know it's a reference to the sucky weapon from the Friday the 13th game, but just cause you're making fun of it here doesn't make it excusable and not annoying in this game. The other sub-weapons are pretty good though. Super Mecha Death Christ is a screen nuke, and the game glitch gremlin freezes enemies and obstacles in place. You can also find a super scope to upgrade your damage, but you lose it as soon as you get hit. Again, this is a reference that works against the game itself.
But guess what? When you get hit only one time, you lose it, which happens only in a matter of seconds.
Then you have the nerd saying some extremely disgusting and vile remarks about the game when you lose a life. At first, it's kind of amusing, but since this happens every time you die, it gets really old really fast. Like, after a few dozen deaths, you will start to wish you could turn it off. Which you cannot. And some things like Nagi in the tutorial level, that's such an overused joke about Navi from The Legend of Zelda, it just seems really redundant. Though, bonus points for being able to kill it. Let's talk about all the hidden things. First off, the nerd's 3 friends to unlock. Couch Guy, aka the skeleton of Kyle Justin, the singer and composer of the AVGN theme. He runs a little faster and shoots wave attacks with his guitar. Though he can aim anywhere else but straight, the waves go through pretty much anything, which makes him a pretty good pick for some boss fights. Then there's Mike, aka Mike Matei, James' good personal friend and his right hand man with pretty much anything he does. He can jump higher and is able to see / destroy hidden walls with his sword. Mike is a pretty good pick for some platforming with his jumping, but a really crappy pick for fights because of his pathetic range. And lastly, there's the Bullshit Man, another one of James's characters. His ability is a tiny double jump and throwing logs of shit at enemies which do good amounts of damage. But the turret is kind of hard to aim with, plus it doesn't go very far, so the Bullshit Man is easily my least used character. Being able to switch between any of these guys on the fly is great, assuming you found all of them. It brings some much needed variety to the mix. But because they are unneeded to beat the game, it doesn't feel like this was used to its full potential. Here's what I would have done. You get all the different characters at the end of specific levels, and then would be forced to use each of their specific abilities and strengths in the last level to get by. I mean, doesn't that sound way more interesting? Oh well. The other hidden things are ship pickles in each level, which are there just to get an achievement, and different people from the internet gaming scene making cameos. These I found odd. I mean, I totally get Pat the NES Punk since he appeared in one of the AVGN episodes, but Angry Joe, Jim Sterling, Gerard the Completionist, it just doesn't make sense to me. And it's not even that I don't like them. Hell, I'm subbed to all 3 of the above mentioned, but it's just like, hey, you know that one gaming YouTuber? Well, there he is. I don't know. At this point, it's pretty obvious when I say that if you are not a fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd, there really isn't anything worthwhile here for you. I mean, besides fighting Satan, using Santa's bloody dead corpse as snowboard, and riding a lava shark that shoots laser beams.
You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Which, granted, were pretty fucking sweet moments. And of course, the nerd giving you the finger after not moving him for a while and beating a stage always brought a smile to my face. Yeah, fuck me. If you are a fan, you may get some enjoyment out of this. But, like I said, even though the music and visuals are nice and all, the core gameplay just isn't that engaging and the level design is at most times just passable. And you will beat in about 2 hours or so. If I were to describe this game in one word, it would be meh. These days the game costs only like $5, so hey, it may be worth a shot, but only if you are a fan. Thank God the sequel is way better, but that's for another day. I'm Isle, and during a 7th grade music test, we were asked to sing any songs to the teacher by ourselves, and I chose the extended version of the ABGN theme, and I shit you not, my grade was a 10-, which pretty much translates to an A-, as the man himself would say.
I'm dead fucking serious.